So we are fast approaching the halfway point of October, and I suddenly realised that I haven't had a cosy catch up with you in several months. So I thought that despite having a really bad cold, today would be the perfect time to hop on and give you a bit of a catch up as to what's been going on behind the scenes with Chibi Chi Designs. Summer was a very up and down game for the business. I seemed to do really well with a product that I launched several years ago that had never really gone anywhere, and that was the personalised pencil cases. All of a sudden they became a bestseller, which was amazing, over on Etsy, and I am still getting a few orders in here and there for them, and I'm hoping that come Christmas time it's going to pick up because they really do make good little stocking fillers. The downside to the summer was that I had to juggle trying to take on more nursing, more client work, and obviously being present for Chibi Chi Jr., who was on her 6 weeks holiday. This was the first year that I really struggled. I had gone from being able to set my own hours pretty much when it came to filling orders, and even with the limited client work that I was doing, to all of a sudden having to work 8+ hours a day and still trying to get out and about with Chibi Chi Jr. So it actually felt like we were making some summertime memories for her. Fast forward into September, and things were still a bit strained, although I now had that 6-hour chunk during the day where I could really focus. Because I was having to nurse more, it has made managing everything else a bit trickier. And I'm not going to lie, a couple of weeks ago I was getting really burnt out, and that was despite having 2 weeks off at the end of the summer. It was all just feeling very overwhelming, and I wasn't quite sure how to dig myself out of the hole that had occurred. So we had to make some tough decisions, and I decided that I needed to take on some more nurses and ease back on the nursing that I was doing myself. This has been incredibly tough because, as it is a profession I have been in for almost 20 years, it also pays very well. So it wasn't a decision that I took lightly, but not nursing for the last few weeks has meant that I've managed to catch up with all my outstanding client work, and it has meant that I've been able to pick up on quicker dispatching times on my orders for TBT Designs too. Since our last catch up, something that has been going incredibly well for me is my passive income streams. So that's things such as when I create card designs for Thoughtful and Card Gallery, and also my YouTube channel as well. This is something that I have worked really hard on this year. As you have seen, we have an official channel sponsor in PaperCutz, so I have been working with them to create content every week, which has been incredibly fun, and it has really helped me find my passion for crafting again. Whilst my focus has been more on the passive income side, it has meant that coming up with new designs for Chibi Chi Designs has kind of fallen to the wayside. I created this illustration, I think it was back in August, and I had so many plans to create a whole range, so mugs, prints, bookmarks. Unfortunately, despite having planned out most of these and even designed a few, I haven't actually got to the making stage, and I can't help but feel that as October would have been the perfect time to launch them, I've missed the boat. So far in 2024, I have only managed to launch one new item. I have designed a Christmas card all the way back in January, which is kind of floating around in my brain to put some text on it and actually turn it into a Christmas card, because I am very mindful that we are fast approaching the festive season, and if I don't get it done by the end of October, again, I'm going to miss the mark, and then it will just sit there for another year where it will possibly get forgotten about. So for the design that I did actually create this year, it wasn't technically a new one. It was one that I had found in my card design pile, and it had been sat there for a good few years now. I had done all the hard work, but I hadn't actually gotten around to putting it on Etsy. So that was something that I did do, and sadly I feel it was because it wasn't really something I was passionate about. It hasn't sold a single item. It can be quite deflating when that happens, and it kind of makes you wonder, well, what's the point? I put this up there and nothing happened. But I am a strong believer that if you are passionate about an item, it is going to show through in the quality of everything that you do, from listing photos to listing descriptions, and consequently that is going to help buyers want to engage and purchase your item. I've had this time and time again where my bestseller items have actually been personal designs that I have created as gifts for friends, and then I have decided, oh, I'm just going to add that to Etsy to see what happens, and it has done really well. My all-time bestseller is obviously my personalised makeup bags. They have been featured in the Cosmo Christmas 2020 gift guide, multiple publications, both online and in print. And that was actually created for a very dear family member that I wanted to get her a unique gift. And I came up with that all the way back in 2017. And since then I have gone on to sell thousands, if not tens of thousands of this item. So I feel that I really need to try and get a bit more in touch with that passion side of things, which is why I had hoped to really launch the spooky Halloween ghosts in a jar with mushrooms. That was a design that I loved. It was something that I actually created in, I believe it was just over a week, which me and illustrating, I never have time to do. So one piece will usually take a few months. So the fact that I had created it so quickly just is a testament to how much I enjoyed creating it and how much I was in love with it. I have had several people ask me to release it as a print, and I have assured them it is coming, and still we are here a few months on with nothing having been done. So that brings me to the final quarter of the year. We are now obviously in October, so this should be the busiest time for Chibi Chi Designs. Now, last few years have been a bit spotty on the sales front. I am cautious, shall we say, that I am going to get an influx of orders. I mean, I hope I do, but I am just going on the last few years to kind of dampen down my expectations. And I feel that maybe it would be a good time to start planning for the new year instead, and put steps in place to allow me to not just work on my YouTube side of things, but also try and carve some time out so that I am releasing some pieces that I am passionate about. This would be me not just getting bogged down in the planning stage, but actually pushing through to the execution. I am a productive procrastinator. I could win the gold award for this, which basically means that instead of getting on and doing the thing, I will sit there and plan how to do the thing for multiple hours and then realise I have run out of time to actually do what I had planned to do. That's just one of my very many quirks. It's something I am working on. I believe that I just need to get on with it, stop with the faffing and dive in. I learnt over the last few years to not just create items that I know are going to sell or that I think are going to sell, but instead it needs to be items that I love. So I feel that 2025 is going to be more about getting in touch with my creative side and kind of going back to the beginning and relearning that process. And I really hope that you are going to come along on that journey with me and see what we are going to all create together. I would love to know what your plans for the last few months of 2024 are. Drop them down below. It's always exciting to hear what my viewers are up to. So at the moment I am creating content on a Friday that is either tutorials or reviews, working in partnership with PaperCutz, but I would love to try and start uploading again one other video on a Monday, which is going to be more about Chibi Chi Designs as a business. I used to do a week in the life, and that was just obviously studio vlogs and talking about what was going on with Chibi Chi Designs. They take a long time to film and obviously edit, piece together, which is why I haven't done it. But I would love to know if this is something that you will miss. What would you like to see from my channel that isn't just the lovely crafting community that we are building for Friday? Drop a comment down below and I will enjoy getting back to each and every one of you. Right now I'm going to finish off my warm tea, which is hopefully going to soothe my throat. I'm on the tail end of this horrible cold. Chibi Chi Jr. is just so generous. She decided to bring it back from school last week and give it to us all. So it's been a week of germs and lurgies at the Chibi Chi house. I hope you've all enjoyed watching this video with just a little cozy catch up to find out what's going on behind the scenes. Don't forget to let me know what you're going to be doing for the last few months of the year. I really enjoy engaging with all of my viewers and getting to know what's going on in your lives. And with that said, I will see you next time. Bye.